Hi everyone, I am Srinivasan Rajendran. I am here to discuss a topic called register variables. As we discussed in the previous videos, we have been seeing four variables or four storage classes present in the C program. Okay, global variable, local variable, static variable in aligned with another variable called register variable. So what is register? A small portion of memory. So this is what we learned in the computer terminology. So variables stored in the CPU register instead of memory. So normally a variable will be stored in the memory. We can able to retrieve the value and we can able to see the address of the value. Okay. So but in register variable, the value which is not stored in the memory, instead of that it will be stored in the CPU register. To do that, to perform that, we have to use a keyword called register. Okay, we have been already discussed what are the types of what are the different keywords present in the C programming. Register is also one of the keyword. Okay, the main thing of about register is we cannot get the address of the registers. Because why? So it is stored not in the memory, it is stored in the register is also a type of memory. Okay, so which is not actually stored in the main memory or the secondary memory. So it is a small portion of memory wherever the frequent access operations can be take place, the values are stored in the register instead of memory. So that's why they have mentioned the point we can never get the address of this variable. Okay, and when you compare with the static variable, the default value is null. Here you cannot initialize any default value, it will take some garbage value or random value. Okay, so as we if you look at the previous video, if you declare any variable, if you are not initializing value to the variable, it will show some random value, that is called garbage value. Okay, but if you use a keyword called static, even if you not initialize the value, it will be displayed as a zero or null. Okay, it will be displayed as a null value. But here if you declare a variable as a register, so the garbage value will get printed. What is the lifetime of that variable? Till the execution of the particular block, because the register value will can be accessed in the local, which is not as a global variable. So it can be accessed only in the local within that any particular block of the code. So the main advantage is that it is a register, it is stored in the register, not in the memory. So if anything stored in the register, we can access it faster. Okay, so the actual meaning is it's a small portion of the memory, so we can easily find it. Let us take an example. If you want to search a ball in a basket, if you want to search a ball in a room is a big space, basket is a small space. So in the small space we can easily access it. In a big space it takes some time to access it. The same way here, register is a small portion of memory, so we can access it very fast instead of accessing it in the main memory. That's why it is an advantage. But the disadvantage, we don't have a more number of registers, we have only less number of variables can be stored in the register because it is a small portion of the memory. Let me discuss with an program. Okay, sorry, let us take this example. See here, the first line which tells you the header file stdio.h, and then int main function. Here inside I am declaring a variable. Okay, int a equal 5. Okay, so the value of the variable is, the value of the a is 5. So if I try to print the value, but I am not actually printing the value, I am printing the address of the value. So if I just run the code, so it will show some memory address. Okay, this is a random memory. Okay, it's a memory address. But instead, if I use register, Register is also a memory which cannot access it. Okay, if I try to access and run the code, it will show us an error. Why? Because register itself is a memory, we cannot get the address of those memory. So I'll just remove this address and I'll try to print, the value will get printed. But if I want to find out the address of that particular variable, which is not, because this is not stored in the memory, this is stored in the register itself is a memory. So that's why we cannot access, or we cannot access the address of the registered variable. So that is the number one point, and it can be used only within the main function or within the user defined function. So the lifetime of this variable only within this particular block, okay, particular main function or particular block according to this. So this is the concept of register. I hope you have a clarity among the registers variable and static variables. Okay, so there are four storage classes: local variable or automatic variable, and then global variable or external variable, followed by static variable, and then followed by the register variable. Even if you are not initializing any value, as I said in the point, it will show some garbage value, or else we can say it is a random value. I hope you understand this video. If you want more video from my side, so please leave a comment what are all the topics I should cover the video. Thank you so much.